We're going to get started in just a moment. Just a moment. Trying to connect our special guest. Bear with me, please. Hey, this Facebook user. Hey, y'all. Trying to get my special guest on. Give me just a moment. Today, we're going to talk about how to be in the next Authors All Star magazine and get international exposure. We do big things over here. So hopefully we get our special guest on. There she goes. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Hello. What's up, girl?
Hello. This is the first time I did the co-host thing, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I didn't even know that Restream could do all of this. This is amazing. So I love it. I love it.
So how are you today?
Well, I am phenomenal. Today is Sunday, so this is a day of rest for me, but really like rest, relaxation, but also at the same time combination of fun. And so I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to talk about getting into this magazine and all the great things that you've got going on. I'm really excited for what's going to take place with your 2023. So definitely pumped up.
Yes, this is lesson plan Sunday. After you praise the Lord, you got to get to them lesson plans. You know, I'm a
Hey. Yes.
So, okay, well, for those of you that don't know me, hopefully you know me because you are on my Facebook page. I am KP2 Writes. I actually, Kalia S. Parker Prayer. I help authors turn their stories into stage plays. So we are in the big lights, going from book to stage. And this is Taurea Vision Avant, and she has so many accolades. So I'm going to let her introduce herself, or I'll be here all day talking about all the great things that she does.
Oh, Kalia, that's so sweet. Well, hello everybody. How are you guys doing? Do me a favor because I definitely love engagement. If you can, go ahead and type your city and state in the chat. Let us know where you're chiming in from. But my name is Taurea Vision Avant, as Kalia said, and I work with speakers, coaches, network marketers that want to be able to take their books and grow their businesses to the next level. So grateful to have Kalia a part of the incredible Book Profits Club, but she is also a part of our Elite Publishers group. And we created that group because one thing that I saw is that there's so many different people in this world that want to create different types of ways of, I will say, not just publications, but like memorization, right? To be remembered in different ways. And so I know that she came on board to be able to teach authors, speakers, coaches, or just visionaries how to be able to turn their books or even ideas or life stories into plays, right? And so for me, what I do is I show individuals that want to teach individuals how to be able to overcome something, like how to be able to teach things, something that you've been through in your life. Because literally every single one of us has been through something. And I believe that what you've been through was not for yourself, and it's for you to help somebody else, right? So you're able to turn that into a book, which then turns into a business, building you multiple streams of income. And of course, I do definitely believe that in that book, when done right, should be turned into a play. And so that's why I'm grateful to be connected with you, Kalia. I've been on many stages. I've spoken in front of over 10,000 people. I'm a 2 times TEDx speaker, spoken internationally. In fact, we just came back from South Africa with about 30 plus Book Profits Club members who were there talking about their book. We had an opportunity to really share our book to international, amazing people. South Carolina's in the house. All right. Hey, Tony, how are you doing? But we were able to talk to people from all over the world. I believe, even though we were in South Africa, we were able to connect with so many amazing people. And so now our goal is to really show you guys, whether you are an author, maybe you're a playwright, maybe you're someone who says in their mind, you know what, one day I will have my story on the stage, then that's who we're talking to here today. And so, Kalia, I'm so excited to be here. Harlem, New York. What's going on, Harlem? Hello, hello.
Cheesecake, Harlem. South Carolina, we see you as well. Miss Tony is a playwright. Put your
Oh,
name in the chat if you are a playwright and or
yay.
author.
Hello, playwrights.
Yes, ma'am. See a few.
Oh, we're so happy to have you. Okay, well, do you got some questions for me, or what you want me to do?
Um, what's the Authors All-Star Conference?
Of course, darling. Well, first of all, Author All Stars, Kalia is actually one of our keynote speakers at the Author All Stars conference. And I'm so excited because she's definitely bringing a twist. This is actually our 5th year doing this conference. And this will be the first time that we actually have someone that's going to expand your thinking from taking just your book, to maybe doing some keynote talks and public speaking to really turning your book into an entire play. Regardless if it's a self-help book, how-to book, a biography, memoir, you literally can take any of that and turn it into a play. So one of the things that Kalia wanted me to make sure that you guys knew is that if you are here and you know Kalia, that you've got to plug into this magazine. Boom. You see this magazine right here? Now, this is the magazine that we took with us to South Africa. We wanted to go ahead and have something to print so that we can highlight many of our authors, as well as playwrights, as well as entrepreneurs. But guess what? The official launch of this magazine is going to be at the Author All Stars Conference. And Kalia actually has tickets that are available to you. Now, I don't know what Kalia is selling her tickets for. So you have to get with her directly, and she's going to tell you exactly what you need to do so that you can get your spot in this magazine. But let me just kind of show you. So we have 2 different opportunities. We have what is called the full page. So right here, boop, boop, you got a full page. And this is going to be able to highlight more information about you, your business, your play, if you have a play, where you plan to be. But then we also have half pages, right? And so the half page, hold on, y'all. So this is an example of what the half page looks like. Now, the cool thing that you won't see that many other people do with magazines and things like that, I'm gonna just be honest, y'all. Like, this is what separates us from a lot of people, is that you're actually able to get a spot in this magazine. And it also comes with some additional benefits. It comes with a ticket to the Author All Stars Conference. Now, a full page comes with a VIP ticket, okay? And then a half a page actually comes with a general admission ticket. Now, what do you get with both of those? So, as a VIP, you're going to get a full page spread in the magazine, okay? You'll also get VIP seating, okay? You'll be highlighted as one of our VIPs. You're also going to get an opportunity for our VIP breakout session that is taking place on December the 9th that evening. It's going to be amazing. But VIPs get, of course, the upper echelon treatment, right? But as a general admission ticket, you're also going to get access to the conference. You're going to get your general admission seating, and everybody gets a t-shirt, whether you're a VIP or general admission. You'll also be nominated to get your award. Now, we do have an Author All Stars Award, but because Kalia is a part of this conference, not only do we have the Author All Stars, but if you qualify, maybe you're not an author, you're not a published author, but you are a playwright, okay? So you'll be able to get your playwright award. Now, I don't know about y'all, but a lot of times we do all this work, we put together these businesses, we put together these plays, we put together these opportunities for people to be able to just be in plugged in and informed and stuff, and don't nobody recognize us. Hello, Kalia, do you get a ticket? Do you get, I mean, not a ticket, do you get an award just because you
All the
did
time.
something?
Sometimes they're like, "Thank you, help us strike this set."
Right? And
What's
so,
that?
listen, so I'm just here to let you know that as one that's also included in our magazine, you will get your own award, okay? So we want to highlight you. We want to recognize you for doing something that the masses will never, ever, ever do, because that's a big doggone deal, okay? Now, if you happen to be an author, we have additional gifts that, I mean, well, awards that we're going to be giving away. But this is going to be an amazing conference. Kalia is going to be talking to you guys at the conference. We also have speakers that are going to teach you guys about how to sell without being salesy, how to be able to turn your content into multiple streams of income. We're going to have press people that are going to be there. So I'm going to have some individuals who are actually in the PR world, but also people who've been able to learn how to use the media to really get on multiple major platforms. One of the young ladies has been on literally like every major platform you could think of, as high as CNN, and she's going to show you how that she actually was able to get that done. We're going to be talking to you guys about how to turn your story into multiple streams of income. It's just going to be an amazing weekend. This is one thing I'm going to tell you, Kalia. If you got anybody out there and they're saying to themselves, hold on, let me fix that real quick. But they saying to you, girl, they're like, Kalia, I don't know if I can make it. I don't know if I could be there. I'm going to ask every single person that is listening to the sound of my voice. If you've ever said to yourself that you're ready for your life to go to another level, if you've ever said to yourself that, you know what, it's time that I get everything that I deserve. Like, it's time for my life to change. It's time for me to get increase. It's time for me to have better than where I am today. In those times, you have to make tough decisions. I'm going to a conference just so that y'all know, because this is the challenge that we have, especially within our own community. I'm going to a conference next week on Tuesday. It's costing me $1,500 to go to this conference. It does not include a magazine entry. It does not include an award. It doesn't include VIP breakout sessions. It doesn't include opportunities for me to be recognized. All it includes is a ticket to go. But as a culture, we're so quick to say, you know, I don't really got time to go to an event. I can't really go, and oh, this ain't the right time. But I'm here to let you guys know that sometimes you have to make a decision that is uncomfortable if you want your life to change. I've never heard of anyone who ever tells me that, you know what, I'm here because it fell on my lap. And Kalia is telling you guys today that she has 25 tickets, 25 people who can be included in the magazine, 25 people who can come to the conference, 25 people whose life can absolutely change because you've made the ultimate sacrifice for yourself. And one thing, I'm not a big person that tells you to make sacrifices that are going to put you in such a state where, like, you know, you can't pay your rent, or, you know, but there are going to be sacrifices where you must become uncomfortable. And those are the times when your life changes. As a culture, though, we're very used to, guys, I'm just being transparent, I'm not trying to be funny, we're used to just kind of skating on by. I'm about to go to a conference next week, in a couple of days, actually, in like 2 days, where people are at minimum paying $1,500 just to be there. The hotel is $500 a night. The hotel that they're doing the event is $500. So then that's another $1,500. So we're already at $3,000. Does not include lunch, does not include dinner. And these people are in the space of making millions. Y'all, when are we going to make a decision to stop making those excuses and start making those exceptions? This is the Author All-Stars. Look, Kalia, girl, I know you about to tear it up on the stage. And so I'm so excited. I can't wait for everybody. How are they going to get their tickets? Because I know that you've got your 25 tickets. How do they get their tickets so that they can attend and be a part of the Author All-Stars Conference?
Wait, first of all, we have to go back because I want to give my testimony of last year. I came to the Authors All-Star Conference, and I actually I got there late the first day because of traffic. But that second day, I actually walked out of there with $1,500. So
can we talk about how you made money at the conference, girl? Wait a minute.
Moments. I don't even think we had a whole hour. We had 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Money at the conference. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, I didn't even realize you had made 50. Girl, we had so many people making money that day because we do something where we literally do what we call Dow for Dollars. It's the only conference where you walk out of a conference having made money. And so I'm thank you for sharing that. I didn't even, girl, I'm about to share that all the time. Like, you made $1,500. I mean, we had a lot of stories like that.
I even had a friend to join me at the conference because I'm all about paying it forward. So I always invite somebody else. And I had a friend
Right.
join me at the conference, and she was selling books, and she didn't even write the book yet. So it was crazy.
That's how we do. So listen, we do a segment at the conference where every single conference we have done, this is our fifth year in a row in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, this year's in Atlanta. We've done one in we did what we the first year was Atlanta, then we went to Florida, then we went to Houston, then we went back to fifth year. And so every single year we do a segment where we call it dialing for dollars. Whether or not you're already an author, future author, you might even be able to pre-sell tickets to your playwright. Okay, won't they do it? Because that's a way to do it, right? And so we have created ways so that to do it together. Because what I do believe, Kalia, the reason why so many people made money is because that you were doing it in an environment where everybody was doing it together. One of the scariest things that I think I've seen so many people is that they're afraid to pick up this phone. But when you're doing it in an environment where everybody is doing it with you, it is so much more powerful. So we're going to be in Atlanta. The sacrifices don't wait till we come to you. The sacrifices catch a flight. Okay, so we got people that are traveling from all over the country, y'all. They don't live in Atlanta. This is not like a weekly every single month event. This is a one-time event that you need to come to, guys, regardless of where you are. Atlanta, Georgia, December the 8th through the 10th. A lot of times people are always like, when you gonna come here? When you gonna come there, right? Kalia, can I ask you a question? Was it worth you making a decision to come to that conference regardless of where you were in Atlanta, Georgia? Was it worth you coming to the conference last year?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
$1,500 worth. Hello?
I believe we gave out awards for people that traveled the furthest. So come on.
Yes, we did. So y'all don't wait for us to come to you because we not gonna come. Well, I'm whoever that is that said when you come to NYC, just to let you know, we're probably never doing Author All Stars in New York. No, no shade, no tea. I love New York for shopping, but that's not really the place where we'll probably have a conference. We always want to have it in a place that's central to where most of everybody is. And so we have people that are coming in all the way from California. We have people coming in from Florida, people that are coming in from New York, Maryland, Florida, I mean, North Carolina. So we wanted to make it in a space that we know is going to be central and that, let's be real, like to fly into Atlanta is probably one of the most least expensive locations outside of honestly Houston. But you can fly into Atlanta right now, guys. If you book your ticket, you could be able to get a great ticket. And we also have an amazing hotel. The price point is very extremely affordable. Ain't no $500 a night. Okay. The hotel that we're doing it at is going to be at a Marriott. It's newly renovated. It's an amazing space. And so you guys want to make sure that you come December the 8th through the 10th. So Kalia just put the link in the chat. And if anybody would, do you have like an email in case they want to email you, just in case?
Yes.
Excuse me, they don't see the link.
Yes. Most of you know where to find me. I send you an email at least once a day, sometime once a week. It is Kalia, KHALIA at kp2rights.com. Kalia at kp2rights.com.
Awesome. So yeah, guys. So listen. So depending upon how you guys make a decision to get started, you're all going to be included in the Author All Stars magazine. She's going to have her own section. So if you're not an author, but you are a playwright, we're going to have a playwrights section because this is all about celebrating those who have published themselves, right? Whether you've published on the stage or you've published in a book, we want to highlight you. Okay. So if you are going to be in that particular section, you will either have a full page or a half page, but she has limited tickets available. So you want to make sure that you either email her or you want to go to her official link so that you can lock in your spot. Okay. And so she put it in the chat, but I know that you might be watching, depending upon where you're watching, all over the place. So you want to make sure that you email her to get in touch. What else you want? What else we got, Kalia, girl? Because look, we can talk all day if you want to. You just let me know what you want to talk about.
Okay, so during the breakout sections at the Authors All Star, will these authors have an opportunity to talk with the speakers in order to ask questions, like a chat and chew?
Oh, I love it, chat and choose. So for sure, the VIPs. So we have the conference is December the 8th. We actually start registration on the 8th, which is at Thursday at 6 p.m. So, well, registration will be like about 5 o'clock. But then we do like a welcoming ceremony from 6 to 9 on that day, and then on the 9th we have a full day from 9 to 6. Well, we're going to be doing a VIP breakout session at 7 o'clock. Okay. And we're going to be inviting back many of our speakers to come on the stage where all of our VIPs literally can ask whatever you want to ask. Baby, let me tell you something. So Kalia only asked that because she remembers that last year we did something very similar. And this gives you an opportunity because now that you've had a full day and a half to really kind of sit down and learn and hear from, etc., etc., you can now come up with some really dope questions. And I'm going to be honest, many of our speakers, their hourly fee is like over $1,000 an hour. I know I charge $1,000 per hour if you want to be able to get a session with me. So for all the VIPs, you're going to be able to come back into the room and be able to ask any kind of question that you have. This is going to be one of the best. When I say best, I'm talking about capital BEST, baby. Best brainstorming sessions that you've ever seen. And so if you're a VIP, you want to make sure that you do not miss that opportunity, okay? So that is what we're going to be offering for our VIPs. So make sure if you want to be a part of that Q&A session, the breakout session, of course. Now, I mean, granted, I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. Throughout the week, okay, or the weekend, shall we say, because it's from Thursday to Saturday, you want to make sure if you do get an opportunity to see any of our speakers, if they have some time, maybe you can ask them a question. Some of our speakers, i.e. Kalia Parker Prayer, she's going to have a table. So at her table, you're able, of course, to go talk to her. And we're going to have a few other of our speakers that are going to have tables. But I would say if you want to be able to really ask those deep down questions or whatever you have, the VIP session is going to be an amazing opportunity for you.
Yes, ma'am. And after Authors All Star is done, because I was able to meet some very, very great people at the last Authors All Star, I was actually able to enroll in another program while I was there and get on a stage in DC during the summer of this year. So, what's next? After Authors All Star is over, what's next for us?
So after Author All Stars, so what I will tell you is that we have a new program that we're going to be launching. I won't be talking about it now because you have to be at the conference, but we have something that is going to be amazing. We want to be able to give you guys exposure from TEDx opportunities to speaking opportunities to media opportunities. If you're literally serious about 2023 and getting on more platforms than ever, that's what we're going to be talking about. Okay. So we're going to be talking to you guys about Book Profits Club. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you is that I'm big on keeping it in the family. Okay. So literally every single one of the speakers that you guys are going to see at the conference are part of the Book Profits Club family. The only person that is not is my very special guest speaker. I haven't made like an official social media announcement, but we will in a few days. But this is the person who actually is responsible for me even creating an entire coaching program. This man has made over 50 million. If y'all have ever wanted to be in a room with someone who's made over $50 million in less than 7 years, let me tell you something. When they say, if I could just touch the hem, listen, one thing I learned about being in the right places is being in places where people are making money. Because when you get around people who make money, not just because of the material things. In fact, I literally just sent them a text message, Kalia, because I was doing a well, you was on the live and I was talking about how Instagram is so materialistic. Like, honey, if you ain't posting a picture in a car with an RR in the back, child, they'd be like, what they driving, right? And so this gentleman has every single one of those cars, but he did not build his wealth off of the material things that he posted. He built his wealth off of the vision that he was able to paint. He built his wealth off of sharing with people what he saw for his future and their future, and they believed. And so I cannot wait, y'all. He is the king of believing. He's going to be an amazing keynote speaker that's going to be speaking on that Saturday night. Now, I think I saw someone ask, when are the awards going to be given out? This is the great thing. We give awards throughout the entire 3 days. You have to be there though. So if you want to get your award, if we call your name and you don't be there, then you ain't getting an award. Because let me tell you something, I don't reward people who don't sacrifice, right? Kalia is not rewarding anybody who does not pay the full price. I'll never forget, I had a mentor one time, Kalia, when I was in network marketing. The way I got into coaching, I used to be in network marketing. So if anybody's ever been in the space of network marketing, you know, we always go to conferences, always go to Saturday meetings, we always do conference calls, right? It's all of that, right? And so that I could save money, because in the network marketing space, like I was traveling all across the country, doing meetings everywhere from New York to Maryland, Virginia, DC, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Wisconsin, I mean, to Vegas, California. I was everywhere. And so to try to save on expenses, I got the hookup. They had this thing called the Marriott Friends and Family card. I don't know if you ever had one or heard about it, right? And basically with this card, you could be able to get your room, and all you had to do was pay for taxes. It was not legal though. It was a hookup. And we had a conference one time, Kalia, in Texas, and I used the card. Not only did I use the card, but like literally, it was probably like maybe 25 to 40 of us that used the card all in the same hotel. And of course, the hotel figured out, like, okay, what's going on? All these people got the friends and family cards, something ain't right. And so I happened to be at the time one of the top leaders in the company, and I was still using this card. But what's crazy is when I hit that top level of leadership, like my income didn't match up yet. Like I had got the title, but I wasn't yet making the money, Kalia. And anyway, so the hotel realized that this card was not valid. And anybody that was using the card, they put a red flag on them. And they sent a list of all the people using the card to our top leader of the company. And he saw my name. Now, he didn't call everybody else, but he called me because I was one of the top leaders on the list. And I'll never forget when he told me, he said, Taurea, like, I get it, you know, you want the hookup, but you never get to the end trying to take advantage of the shortcuts. Like, you never get to the end not paying the full price. First of all, I was embarrassed because I couldn't believe like he was calling me because I'm over here using his discount card, you know, and I'm up here telling people about living the number one lifestyle in the world. And so I took heed to what he said. Now, granted, that meant I could no longer use the card anymore, even though I could still use it other places, but I stopped using it. And when I stopped using it, almost immediately, this means when I started making the sacrifice, immediately my income went to where I was maybe making like 4,000 or 5,000 a month, to where it like quadrupled. And that's when I realized that what it meant to pay the full price. And so we don't do like an award ceremony at the Author All Stars, okay? Because what I realize is that a lot of times people only stay for the award. They only stay for the recognition, but then you miss out on the value and the information. And so we do the awards now throughout the entire 3 days, or 2.5 days, shall we say. So if you want your award, you got to be there. But what I'm going to tell you is you're going to walk away with so much more value than just the recognition. Author All Stars, yes, is about giving you guys your flowers, but it's also about showing you guys how to take your life, your business, your vision to the next level. So just wanted to share that.
Yes, ma'am. Can you share a little bit about the trip that you and my colleagues in the industry actually just came back from?
Of course I can. So one of the things, so we have a program, and Kalia is a part of it. It's called Book Profits Club. So we're going to be talking to you guys about how you can be a part of the family, BPC. And so one of the things that I want to make sure that when somebody is a part of the family, that you guys are getting these amazing opportunities. So what we did is we partnered up with a company, and we were able to travel to South Africa, Johannesburg, and then Botswana. So 2 different countries. So we were in Johannesburg for a few days, and then we went to Botswana. In Johannesburg, we did a TEDx experience. And so it wasn't like a TEDx talk, but it was still a TEDx experience where we were able to have the TEDx background. Everybody's been able to use it. It's such a great opportunity to still say that I'm a part of TEDx. And we were able to do an incredible interview, panel session, and things of that nature. We also had a chance to speak at the State Theater in South Africa, which is one of the largest theaters in all of South Africa. It has so much history. A lot of people have never had that opportunity. So that was amazing. And then when we went to Botswana, so in Botswana, we went to a school. And this was a kind of like a high school, right? Pretty large school, though. And at the school, it was so amazing because everybody had different topics that they wrote about, different things. We had a lot of children's book authors. We had authors that were talking about things like, mental health and wellness, poetry authors. We had self-help authors. Hello. And we had all different types of genres, right? And we got a chance to introduce ourselves and really be able to speak life into the kids. I'm gonna tell you though, like what really got me though, Kalia, being in South Africa with those kids, is that many of them had so many gifts and they wanted to be, in so many different places of artistry. I had a young lady, she was like, I really want to be a singer, but my mom don't want me to be. What you think I should do? I was like, wait a minute. I was like, well, do both, right? So if your mama wants you to be a doctor, make sure you go get that degree. But at the same time, you can still, be able to do what you love to do too. Just make sure that you show her what is more valuable, but don't like cancel out something that's an automatic for you, right? But we had children that were artists. Oh, Kalia. In the like the theater, it wasn't a theater, it was like a gymnasium. I don't know, it was a big open space, right? It was like a stage. They had all these pictures that were around the room on the wall, all of the kids. And when I tell you, like these pictures could have been in museums, they were so beautiful. So it was a blessing to be able to be amongst these amazing, beautiful children. And that just had big vision, big goals, big dreams. We had a chance to also go to one of their major what do you call it? News stations, and talk a little bit about what we were doing. And so yeah, so guess what? We're going to be going to Italy in July. So one of the things that I have a big vision for Book Profits Club members, anybody that comes to the Author All Stars, as long as you're plugged into the community, guys, is we're going to be looking for more international exposure and opportunities for you guys to get out there. Not only that, international, but more TEDx stage opportunities, more conference stage opportunities. See, what we're trying to do, guys, is we want to show you how to be able to profit, how to perform, as well as how to promote yourself to an incredible business that pays you over and over and over. And so if you guys want a ticket, what you're going to email is Kalia at kp2rights.com. Kalia at kp2rights. She'll break down for you on the general admission as well as the VIP. Don't forget, guys, you will be, regardless if you get a VIP or a general admission, you'll be in the magazine. What will happen is once you lock and secure in your spot, then Kalia is going to send you a form that you're going to need to fill out. Okay. This form is how we're actually able to get your information that goes in the magazine. Okay. So you want to make sure this magazine is going with us to Italy. This magazine is going with us to everywhere that we're invited. By the way, your girl has been really, really putting in big focus on getting us in front of so many different stages. So anywhere I go, this magazine will go with me, because I want people to know that it's not just me that's out here changing the world with my experience, my story, and things of that nature. We've got hundreds of people that are changing the world as well. So I'm excited about that. Yes. Come on. Snap it up. Snap it up. Snap it up. Yes. Okay. Phenomenal Expression said they filled out the form. They're ready to go.
Yes, and I need you all to share it with other people. The playwrights that probably haven't filled out the form need to be in the building or in the magazine. Pay it forward.
Absolutely. We definitely need to have more playwrights on the map, like for real. Like Kalia, when you were telling me, like I remember we were doing something on Clubhouse one night and you were just talking about, it was your day to do your talk. And you were just talking about like the opportunities to really turn your story into a play, and how you can do it physically, even virtually. And I was just blown away. And so I'm just so incredibly grateful to have you a part of the Elite Publishers Group, because it's definitely a different twist. It's very unique and niched. And so, I love that. Niches get riches. And so I'm just excited. I'm super excited about where you're going to go. I can't wait for you to talk at the conference, because I already know people going to be walking away like, I'm ready to get on the stage. What we going to do?
Be hype. December. That
Yeah.
Christmas, you know we gotta bring it.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Taurea. Thank you for gracing our presence on today. You are always welcome to return. Is there anything else you would like to share before we go? And I pass out these tickets. You said 25 tickets, but I know
25.
I got 5 family members coming to hear me speak. And hopefully, during the conference, they decide to write their book that we could turn into a play. So we got 20 tickets available, ladies and gentlemen. Just
Oh, so she only got 20 more left. So listen, y'all, you better get them tickets while they last. What I will say is this. My like Tony says I get one of them tickets. Okay, so just make sure you lock Tony in. Okay,
19, y'all, 19.
19. My life has only ever changed when I've been in a physical environment that has allowed me to do the same. Let me tell you, today I was at church. See, it's one thing from watching church from your phone, right? Ooh, I don't want to get emotional because it's so weird. Like, I get emotional when I see the blessings on other people. I go to church here in Atlanta, Georgia, and at the end, our pastor said, "Is there somebody in here?" Okay, so he did this thing at the end where he told everybody to stand up that is personally going through something heavy and they need others to pray for them. So he was talking all about, you know, how sometimes in prayer, like, what's the point of praying when God already knows all that we desire? And he talked about how praying shows our faith. Whew, wait a minute, y'all. So there was a story in the Bible where this guy who was like a general had all these servants and leaders underneath him, and he was talking about Jesus was on his way, and regardless of whatever your faith is, but I just want to tell you a story. So Jesus was on his way to come see him because a guy was like, "No, you need to come and see this guy. He's amazing." Blah 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 blah. And so when the guy found out that Jesus was on his way, he was like, "No, no, 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 no." He was like, "I am not worthy of you even coming into this household. In fact, I am not even worthy of me coming to you." He was like, "I don't even need you to do all that. All I know is if you will speak healing on my servant," because it was a servant of his that was sick. He said, "If you'll speak healing on my servant, then I know that he will be healed. You just got to speak it. Like, I don't got to come to you. You're going to come to me. I just need you to say he is healed, and I know it's going to happen." And Jesus was like, "Whoa." Like, it was crazy to me when he was telling the story because he literally like caught Jesus in a moment where Jesus was like, "Whoa, like, who amazes Jesus?" Right? Because Jesus knows all things. So he was like, "This is a man who has amazing faith," right? Think about your faith, right? Let's talk about faith. So he's like, "This is a man who has amazing faith. Like, I can't believe it. This is amazing," right? So he said, one of the things our pastor was talking about, he was like, one of the ways that can surprise God is not praying for things that you want, but praying for other people, right? So he said, "I need everybody in here to stand up that's going through something right now. If you're going through something right now, stand up." And so, it started, people started popping up little by little. And so we prayed over them, and he said, "Everybody, I need you to speak it out loud. Don't mumble it. I need you to you got to say, I speak Jesus over you." And everybody did all that. And so then he said, "I just need to interrupt. I've never seen my pastor do this." He said, "Is there somebody in here who stood up for their father? Just, it's got to be somebody in here that stood up for their father right now. Your father is going through challenges with your mother, and it's causing some major, major things within the family." He's like, "Is there anybody?" And I was like nervous because I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute." I was like, "I hope somebody stand up," right? I got nervous. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? And so everybody was looking around because nobody was standing up. And then eventually it was somebody that was behind me in the bleachers stood up, and they were waving. They was like, "Yes, me." It looked like, though, the young lady was actually with her mother. And so we started to pray for her. And At that moment, when I took everything off of me and I started praying for this other person, I don't know what came over me. The spirit came over me, and I just became so emotional praying for someone else. I don't know what everybody's faith is, and I'm not trying to convert nobody or none of that. But what I am telling you guys is that, and Kalia will tell you guys that when it comes to the things that we do, the conference, I'm not doing this conference. This we don't make a profit from you buying a ticket to the conference. We're literally giving you an opportunity to be in a magazine. You get a ticket to the conference. This space is not inexpensive. I'm going to an event that's $1,500 a person next week. And so we're doing this because this is my opportunity for y'all to really be exposed to some things that I think is going to change your life. I'm sick of other coaches out here, guys. There's a lot of coaches that are posting stuff and they're talking about what everybody else is talking about for the clout, but this is not what you're going to find at the Author All Stars Conference. Regardless if you're an author or not, if you want to be one, cool. If you don't want to be one, cool. Be in a place where the energy is so amazing that you feel the spirit, whatever that spirit is, coming in you. That's all I'm gonna say. I am so excited, y'all. Listen. I have been up every single day, every single night, excited about what we're going to do at this event. I believe and know in my heart that lives will be changed for the better financially. Some of you guys are going to walk out of this conference with more relationships with people, connecting with people, collaborations, because I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to have a whole talk on building strategic collaborations. Because in 2023, it's time that we as a culture, black and brown, and everybody else that supports them around, that's good. Black and brown and everybody else who supports them around, that we learn how to build strategic collaborations, y'all. Because I'm sick and tired of us out here thinking that if it is to be, it is up to me. If you want things done right, you got to do it yourself. That is a lie. Someone told us. Ain't nobody ever been to look at Kanye out here cutting up in the streets. Everybody is cutting ties. No shade, no tea. But look at it. He did not become a billionaire by himself. We're looking at all these Balenciagas to the who else Kalia done said they done with Gap, done with it. I mean, all of those people, all of these strategic partnerships are what helped him to become a billionaire. So we've got to learn to effectively build those connections, those collaborations, and that's what we're going to be talking about at the conference. So listen. Today was powerful. I ain't gonna lie. Today was powerful at church, and I just left with so much of an amazing spirit over me. And Kalia, I'm so grateful that you have continued to trust in what we're doing here. I'm grateful for you, for the value that you're gonna bring and the teaching that you're gonna bring us. And yeah, man, I can't wait to see you all in Atlanta, Georgia, December the 8th through the 10th. Mwah.
We would like to thank you for your time today. I know it's a Sunday. Thank you all for pulling up. Don't forget to share this stream with your friends. I know Taurea did a whole Facebook Live about Instagram, but we gonna share with Instagram too, just in case some of our followers want to come.
Oh no, please share on Instagram. I don't say don't use Instagram. I'm just saying Instagram is Facebook show me more love than Instagram do. Don't not use it though.
Yes,
If two people see it on the gram, please do. Yeah.
I totally agree. I definitely agree. I was telling my students the same thing. I'm like, I love me some Facebook because they think that only old folks on Facebook. Nah, Facebook
it's called Money is on Facebook. The money is on Facebook.
Yes. So good night, you all. Continue to follow us. I am at www.bookplaywright.com. And if you email me, it is Kalia at kp2writes.com, on Instagram and Facebook at kp2writes. So you all know where to find me. And this is Miss Taurea Vision Avant, and you can find her on Facebook and Instagram at
No, just email her and then she'll give you the details. Because the most important thing we need to focus on is you being at Author All Stars. I don't even want y'all to follow me. I just want y'all to be at the conference in Atlanta. Okay.
And yes, the queen has spoken. Be at the conference, and then you'll get all that later.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, Elo.
Bye, y'all.